Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Sean's Horror Corner. As always, thank you so much for watching.
That
Robbie's
intro,
over
man.
there jamming.
That intro gets me every time, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I still love it myself. And that being said, Robbie and Kaylie from That Horror Couple, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank
Dude,
you so much for having us.
this is my place where I like to be. I like to be in the corner,
Sean's Horror Corner.
in the spotlight, like the
That
REM
works.
song.
Yes, yeah, that fits you perfectly. That's
Yes. It's great to be back, man.
Every time I think Robbie, I think Spotlight. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm a star, and thanks for having us, man. And dude, this is one of my favorite films of the Jason franchise.
Yeah, I have to say
Well,
that
actually,
too.
I always say the first four are the most watchable, but this movie, I watched it last night. Entertaining
Awesome.
as hell.
It's very entertaining. And I can't wait to. I'm so curious to see what y'all are going to rank this one because I really like this one as well. I really do. But I'm with you as well. I also think the first four are the best. And
Yeah.
so then I try to decide where to put. I mean, this is probably like right after the first four, but then I start getting ready to rate it, and I'm like, but I rated this one. So yeah, I was struggling with my rating. So I'm really curious to see where y'all are going to come in at. We are talking Friday the 13th part 6.
Yeah, I appreciate how the first four, how smooth the storytelling is,
Yeah.
But yeah, the storytelling is kind of different here, but it's still entertaining, man. Entertaining.
Yeah, definitely a little bit different. And there's, I love this movie. There's some things that don't work great for me. We'll get into it, but it still does not take away from my overall appreciation of the movie. As I do, though, real quick, I want to show. I feel like I do this as much as possible. So we're talking Friday the 13th, part 6. Jason Lives. I'll show my NECA. Friday the 13th, part 6.
Ooh, we have
Jason
that.
Lives
We have
3.
that, don't we?
Mhm.
Somewhere.
I love
really
that.
like
Yours
that
is so nice and like
Oh.
preserved in the box. I
Ours
think.
is out of the box.
Oh yeah, he's on the no. Is that part? Yeah, we put him together. He has the chain around him and he's on the stand,
Yes.
but he's out of the camera shot.
He's
But
right
yeah, he's
there.
on the show.
Yeah, but you're an unboxer. You're an unboxer.
Yeah.
I just love the artwork,
Yeah, I have a hard time with it. And I was just talking with some people about that the other day. One guy asked me if am I an unboxer or do I, and I'm like, man, I keep it in the box. And I don't know because, and then he's like, well, if you ever plan on selling it, and I'm like, but that's it. I don't plan on selling this at all, but just something about the artwork in the box and having that. And then there's so many little extra things in there,
Yeah.
like there's the extra mask, there's a couple of machetes, there's a tombstone. And if I take this all out of the box, what's going to happen with all that stuff? Like, I'm just afraid it'll get lost or something. So
You got to ask the guy what the price would be, though. I mean, if the price was right, I mean,
my plan with this, if in all honesty, I've said this before, and my kids like horror. They're not obsessed like I am, but I'm just going to keep collecting this shit. And then when the day comes and I'm not around anymore, they can have it. And if they want to keep it and collect, they can. If they want to sell it, then that's their choice at that point.
it's in the will. You got to put it in the will, like who gets what.
Yeah, I know. They're going to be lucky if I may just actually have it all buried with me. Just throw it in the coffin. Nobody's getting it.
Your kids are going to be reading the will. They're like, who the hell's Robbie? And why does he get the necklace?
That's good. They would be a little upset, actually.
I'm going to show up, be like, hey.
All right. So before we get into everything, spoiler-free thoughts on Friday the 13th, part 6.
What a fast-paced, fun installment in this franchise. This movie does not have a slow moment. We noticed that last night when we watched it. It's the storytelling and the plot just like progresses really quickly, and it's only like an hour and 28-minute movie. I think it's very watchable, super fun. I love all of the characters. The music is great in this. The setting is still Camp Crystal Lake. They just named it Forest Green, which is awesome. I love the use of the fog and stuff in this too. We noticed that last night. It's just such a the Jason CJ Graham in this is great.
He's one of the best. I think he's one of the best. Kane and him, and maybe I like Ted White a lot, but he's one of the best. He's one of the best.
And the main two characters, we have like kind of a little bit of a love story in there, which I love when they throw that in like slashers, like have like a mini love storyline going on, which I love that too. So this is such a fun movie.
Yeah, everything that Kaylie said, I 100% agree with. We talked because we've been doing this whole like series, and we were talking about part 2, maybe Steve Dash. He was trying to like figure out what would Jason be like. Part 3, I feel like they started getting their rhythm with the mask and the look. I feel like with 6, dude, they're in full rhythm right now. They know exactly what they're doing. I feel like this movie, they're in like full speed right now.
Yeah.
No, I just
Yeah.
they got their momentum, and now they're just like, let's make a Friday 13th film, and they didn't care about. I feel like they didn't care about the rules anymore. They're literally like, okay, Jason's dead. No, he's not. They're like,
Frankenstein.
they're like he's back, and I don't think I've ever seen Jason get shot so much either. I mean, but they make him bulletproof. They make him unstoppable. This is a cool Jason. This is a cool movie. It really is.
Yep, I completely agree with you.
Fucking soundtrack, man. Alice Cooper, Teenage Frankenstein, Man Behind the Mask.
Frankenstein, yeah, and Man Behind the Mask. I love that song for some reason. I don't know
Me
why,
too. Yeah.
but yeah, it's so much fun. All right, we'll get into a few things here real quick. So, tagline for the film is "Kill or Be Killed." Brief synopsis: Tommy Jarvis, tormented by the fear that maybe Jason really isn't dead, unwittingly resurrects the mass murderer for another bloody rampage. Film released August 1st of 1986, directed and written by Tom McLaughlin, distributed by Paramount Pictures, 86-minute runtime, $3 million budget, $19.5 million at the box office. So did well.
Nice.
Yeah,
dude.
Well. Cast for this film: Tom Matthews, Jennifer Cook, David Kagan, C.J. Graham, Renee Jones, Carrie Noonan, and as everybody knows, the incredible Darcy DeMoss.
No, dude, that hop. I like the hop blonde, dude.
He likes Megan. Yeah.
Yeah, she's okay. I'm good. I knew as soon as I said that, Robbie was going to get upset. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, he's going to be mad already.
Dude, I'll tell you a story. I was talking Friday 13th with somebody because I'm from Long Island, New York originally, and I was just talking to some dude, and we were just talking horror movies. He's like, you know that hot blonde from Part 6? He's like, she used to hang out with my sisters, and he's like, she slept over this house a few times. I was like, really? So I looked it up. She's from New York originally, and I'm like, it checks out a little bit. So yeah, but that was just a random thing. Some dude he's like, oh yeah, I knew her growing up, and I was like, that's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is hot, by the way.
She's okay. So other than that, save that part for a minute and give me your thoughts on casting characters for this one.
I love Tom Matthews. I think he's my favorite version of Tommy Jarvis.
This time he's handsome.
He just they made him. Obviously he's handsome, and he's just like great leading man material. Like I loved him in this. Like he's a great final guy. Like I said, I love the storyline with him and Megan. It's super cute. I even like all the funny side characters are funny, like her dad, like the sheriff, and like the deputy or whatever. He's like, I'll get it for you, babe. I'm like, why is he calling his boss's daughter babe? I'm like, that's weird. Just all the little things. The movie's just such a fun summer slasher, and it's just awesome that it happens to be a Friday the 13th. So I just love this movie.
I would say probably the most fun Friday the 13th. I mean, I love the original so much, but I'm like, this is fun. Yeah. Like I just feel like they were like, let's not be so. It's not like they were joking, but like they weren't so serious.
There were some funny the credit card thing they put in there, like the bloody smiley face, all these little winks to the culture at the time. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they did the meta thing. They did the meta for this one, but they did it pretty well. It is funny as well, and they do a good job. I've talked about this before. I'm generally not a big fan of horror comedies, just because I don't think most of the time they're balanced very well. But this one does a pretty good job. This impresses me. So I agree. And I like the cast as well. Tom Matthews is my favorite version of Tommy Jarvis as well.
Just because he's handsome, right?
Sure. We can go with that.
He's a nice guy, too. I met him at a con, and Kaylee wasn't there with me that day. So I was like, yo, could I call her on FaceTime? So he FaceTimed Kaylee for a few minutes.
He did. He was really nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice.
I'm fucking holding up the line with a FaceTime call. I'm like, fuck you guys.
So you're that guy that when I go to these conventions and somebody's holding up the line, I'm like, probably.
Yeah.
I'm out. I thought I did a nice thing for Kayla.
It was very nice.
You did.
I'm that guy. Yes.
Okay, that's fair. We've kind of already talked about this story a little bit. I do think it's a lot of fun. There's a particular part that I could have done without. Again, it doesn't take away my overall enjoyment of the movie, but we'll get to that here in a few moments. Anything else as far as cinematography, score? I mean, I did know we talked about the soundtrack a little bit, how great that is. Anything else stand out to you about this one before we start to get into things?
Besides the Alice Cooper stuff, I noticed last night that the other music that is like, as you're watching, it's very Friday 13th, very I don't know.
It seems even louder for some reason. Like it's more like potent in the movie. Or
but like they definitely tried to make it Friday 13th, and they did a great job. I love, and that they made. I was wondering last night when I was watching it, they called it Forest Green. Were they trying to poke fun at like the sequels that like called it Higgins Havens, and they kept changing the name? And I was like, maybe they were just poking fun because they literally said you can call it whatever you want. It's Camp Lake, So I was like, exactly. But I love the fog. I love the cemetery. Mm-hmm. I love that caretaker guy with the.
Some folks have a strange idea.
It's just so fun. Like,
it's funny.
I think it's great. The little town vibe, the cop station, and the campground looks like a Friday 13th campground.
A fun fact, because I'm like a huge. I love the show The Vampire Diaries. It was like a teeny bopper show on the CW. That scene where he's peeling off, the two of them are peeling off towards the end. You see a big clock tower. It was filmed in Covington, Georgia. That's the set of where The Vampire Diaries was filmed. Oh, wow. So this movie and that show were both filmed in the same area, and I found that out last night. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I always said this is one of my favorites, and it's got no boobs, and it doesn't have any boobs. But right. I noticed last night we have a good vagina shot.
I don't guess I noticed that
in the car.
Her jeans.
When she put his head down, it's like it's like the crotch.
What?
It's like the crotch cam, bro. He's like crotch cam.
Yes, it is. I did not even catch that. Thank you for pointing that out, Robby.
Well, other than boobs, I also love vagina. So I would just like to say that.
Good to know. Yeah,
on your show today. I just want to bring that up.
Thank you. Yes. Please don't let your kids watch this.
I can say vagina.
All right. Couple of quick production notes real quick before we get into the plot. So the original storyline for this one actually had Tommy Jarvis becoming the new villain. But due to the poor reception of Part 5, the producers brought Jason back. I think we talked about that a little bit when we discussed Part 5 and what direction they were going to go. So originally they had planned on Tommy being the villain now, but they changed their mind there. It is the first film in the franchise to feature Jason as a supernatural undead being. We mentioned that a little bit briefly. The only film in the franchise to receive overall positive reviews from critics. That cracks me up that this is the only one that got an overall positive score from the critics. And then finally, McLaughlin drew inspiration from Frankenstein. He decided to ignore the ending to Part 5 by showing Pam's truck to hint that she was still alive. In the 2017 Friday the 13th game, the Tommy tapes explained that the ending to Part 5 was just a dream that Tommy had. Did you recognize that the truck that Tommy and his friend are driving is the same truck that Pam was driving in Part 5?
I did not.
No.
That is so interesting. I did not notice that.
He's telling us that he stole Pam's truck?
I mean, I guess that they're still friends and she let him use it to go take care of things. That could be the only thing I figured out there.
What I noticed is that Tommy brought Jason his mask that he was using the whole movie. So I don't know why, because I was watching it. I'm like, I've seen this movie 100 times, and I never he puts it on, and I was like, oh, he got that from Tommy. Yeah. I'm like, okay. But
well, I mean, that's kind of the thing about this one, right? Because Tommy's our good guy, and we all love him in this movie. But this whole movie is also his fucking fault. He's the one that causes this all to happen, including bringing Jason his mask back. So, as much as we like Tommy and are all for it, it's also his fault. It's just kind of a bummer when you think about it.
Well,
it is, yeah.
No, we need Jason back. So without that, we don't have a movie.
We need Tommy to make a bad decision.
Yeah, it's like Tom. This has got to go wrong. I mean, so. No, I also noticed that the two guys dug up Jason like really fast. That's like an all night thing, like 6 feet underground. That's like an all night job, and they're just like
it took them no time.
Also, his friend's carrying a shovel to the headstone, and then he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, you carried shovels to them." I'm like, "What do you think he was gonna do, dude?"
Yeah, and his friend cracks me. So when I was a kid, there was a show. I don't know if the two of you have either heard of it because y'all are a lot younger than I am. But Welcome Back, Kotter. Have you ever heard of Welcome Back,
Yes,
Kotter?
of course. With
Okay. John Travolta.
John Travolta. I said Nicholas.
Yeah,
I meant John Travolta. Yeah.
It's in Welcome Back, Kotter. So Tommy's friend that
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Is the character's name is Horshack. Is Horshack in Welcome Back, Kotter? Is Tommy's friend in this movie that helps him dig up the grave, which is crazy to me because I remember seeing that show when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh, I can see it now. But
no, it's got nothing to do with age, man. I mean, I had Nick at Night. You know, that stuff was that stuff was playing. You know, I saw a few episodes.
It cracks me up to see John Travolta back then, how different he looked.
Oh yeah, he had like the afro, right?
He had some hair, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, funny stuff. All right, we'll get into the plot, start to walk through this a little bit, break it down. So we open up with Tommy and Alan, just like we were talking about. They're headed to the graveyard. They dig up Jason. Tommy ends up stabbing him with like this metal fence post there. Lightning hitting the fence post, which revives Jason. He basically like punches a hole through Alan's chest, and then Tommy is able to escape. Give me your thoughts on this opening scene.
I love it.
I love it. It's exciting. Like they don't waste any time at all. Like you said, they don't show us the actual time it takes to undig the grave. So
I just love it. I do.
The lightning. I love the parallels of Frankenstein. Like that's fun, and just like I love these supernatural now. So he's like unstoppable, basically.
Right.
So that's a cool element they added.
Yeah. This movie,
they waste no time with opening it up. Yeah,
they're not joking around. Right away, this movie's entertaining. Right away, like they don't even care if it makes sense. That's what I like about it. It's like a lightning bolt running back. I don't care as long as he's back. So they were true to the story. They had the Tommy Jarvis character. That they stuck with the past movies, but now we have Jason, and I feel like Part 5 was struggling with that. They're like, he's cremated. Oh, Jason Voorhees is dead. No, he's not. And I feel like they were like, we don't care why, but he's back. Mm-hmm. And like right away, we get a great kill scene too. We get the heart in the hand. I'm like, that is awesome. The ambience of the graveyard, the whole thing is brilliant. Right away, Tommy's on the run now from Jason. We got a story right away.
I like how quick Tommy got out of there. Like a lot of horror movie characters, they kind of lollygag, and he was like, "Bye, bitch." He just got in the truck and he's like,
yeah, he was done quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and there's so many things that I think look great in this scene. I mean, even the scene once, Jason's revived and he's still laying there for a moment, and Tommy's kind of standing there in the grave, and we see, Jason's eyes open, but we're still seeing like the maggots and things fall around. And then once he gets out of the grave, we see the maggots and stuff start to fall off of him. I just think there's a lot of cool shots in this opening scene. It jumps right in. It doesn't waste any time. It's fun. We get a good kill. It looks great. This is a fantastic start for this.
CJ he's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. CJ Graham. I know everybody talks about Kane Hodder, and I love Kane Hodder. But I think C.J. Graham and, in my opinion, Richard Booker from 3 are two of the best as far as Jason. I thought both of those guys were fantastic.
I would go Ted White over Booker, but I do like Booker too. Yeah. So, I saw a panel, and Kane Hodder, everybody knows him as Jason because he did 4 films. Kane Hodder said the reason he got the job in Part 7 is because he already worked with that director on a previous movie. So this director kept pushing for him. So he said CJ didn't do anything wrong. CJ was a great Jason. He goes, I think, I got from that Kane really respected the job CJ did, because he's just as good as Kane. He's not like, I think if they kept going with CJ, it would have still rocked, dude. It would have rocked.
I think so too. Yeah, and I think about that sometimes. I guess the difference is there's a mask, right? Because when you look at some of the other slasher villains, it's just still to this day, I can't imagine anybody else playing Freddy Krueger. They tried that once. It didn't go very well. Like Robert Englund is Freddy. And as much as I would like to see more from that franchise, part of me is like, it's not going to have Robert Englund, so it just can't. It's kind of the same thing with I can't imagine anybody else doing Chucky's voice other than Brad Dourif. But Jason's a little bit different. There's several great ones, but I guess the fact that we're not really seeing them, we always see a mask of some sort. It makes it easier, and Jason doesn't speak. So we're not getting any like talking or anything, and there's a mask to hide what they look like. But
I still see different styles. I still see different styles, though. It's different body language, it's different postures, different sizes. It's different, and I just think CJ did an awesome job. And he's very menacing. Like he's got the size and the way he like walked and stuff. He was great. He might have influenced Kane a little bit too, because Kane came in and like, next level. No, but I assume Kane did his homework, and I assume he watched CJ and what CJ was doing in the previous film. So I completely agree. All right, so from there, then Tommy ends up going to the police. Just like I did my homework with your notes, Sean. I very seriously doubt that. I know Kaylie looked at them. I mean, just 2 episodes ago, you just realized I had notes. I don't know how many episodes we've done together, and you just realized like 2 weeks ago that I have notes. So dude, you can't prove that. I think I can, because I think you commented it actually, like, "Oh, there's notes." Yeah, fucking Robby, but it's fine. Not Jason. Shit, see, you got me confused already. Tommy goes to the police to try to talk to them about what's going on. We get some very fun interaction between him and the sheriff. We find out Crystal Lake is now called Forest Green. While this is all going on, we get another kill. So we have 2 more camp counselors that are in their car that get killed by Jason. The credit card lady. Yeah. We'll come back to that one in just a moment. Megan and her friends arrive at the police station. They're reporting their friends missing. We already kind of get that spark between Megan and Tommy. He's trying to warn them about Jason. And, of course, the sheriff's wanting him to be quiet. We'll stop there before we get into the next little part. So give me your thoughts here on the interaction between Tommy and the sheriff, Megan and her group showing up, but also these 2 camp counselors that get killed. I loved the interaction with the sheriff and Tommy. The sheriff was really unprofessional. It was pretty funny. He's saying there's an emergency. He's like, "Are you in show business, kid?" Yeah, and he's like, keeps drawing a gun on him, and then he's like, "All right, you're getting in the cage." Like, he's just, I'm getting you out of here. Or it's crazy, really funny. He's supposed to be a douchebag, but he's so funny, you almost like him a little bit at the same time. Yeah, I think her dad's kind of actually likable, even though he's like such a dick to Tommy. I'm like, he's really funny. Yeah, it gives a small town vibe to that little sheriff station. It reminds me of like the police station in Halloween every time. Every time we get a Halloween sequel, it's like there's 2 people working or whatever. You're like, where's the rest of the police? True, yeah. Very many. There's never very many. What were your thoughts on the kills for these 2 camp counselors in their car? I thought that the spear thing was pretty cool. Like, it looks like he was like using a javelin or whatever that thing is. Yeah, the guy over his shoulder. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the anticipation too of how he's blocking the road. I thought that was cool. I think he just speared the girl's head, and you see bubbles. That part, like, they linger that one a little longer than they did the first kill. Like, it almost makes you think, if you haven't seen this movie before, that she was gonna like get away. Was that credit card thing a joke? The American Express thing? Because never leave home without it. Yeah, there was like a commercial back then, like don't leave home without it, and so I think that was kind of like a campy joke in a way. It wasn't. It was cool. It was a cool, and I thought it was a cool like kill. It was really eerie because they were like stuck in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was actually, Friday the 13th is always fun, but this scene, if you've never seen a Friday the 13th, it is scary. I mean, if it's your first time watching it, yeah. Right. First kill that he's wearing the mask in this movie, because the graveyard, he didn't have the mask yet. So yeah, fair. So the next scene I want to talk about briefly. Now, this is the scene. The interaction with Tommy and Megan, like, yes. That was pretty cool. She showed interest in him right away. They hit it off quick. Being a YouTuber, me and you get that reaction from women often, so it's relatable. Maybe you do. I do not. Okay. You're sitting there next to a woman doing this. I'm sitting here by my damn self. So. What about Bella? Yeah. Well, she's taking a nap over there. Oh, okay. Right now. Yeah, it is so funny. And my son comments every time he comes through. Most of the time when I do my YouTube stuff, Bella's laying right here on the floor beside me, but she's over it tonight. She's over there asleep on the couch. I've seen lives where she just starts barking. That's so cute. Yeah, you're like, she has something to say, guys. Yeah. Yeah, she likes to chime in from time to time, but it's her nap time right now, I guess. So we'll just let her rest. It's funny because a lot of times somebody says her name or I say her name and she perks up. Getting completely off track, but I have to tell you, and I'm about to probably embarrass myself, but I've seen Twilight multiple times, right? Okay. I know. I'm sorry, Robby. I love those movies. I know they're bad. I don't care.
for some reason, I like those movies, and I know as a 54-year-old man, I should not like Twilight, but something about those entertain me. And of course, the main character's name is Bella. Now, that's not what my dog is named after, so I didn't go that far. But I was watching that one day, and every time they said Bella, she was looking at the TV like, who the fuck is talking to me? Like, it was so funny to me. It was annoying her, I could tell. But
that's so funny. She's probably like, what? Like, yeah. That is funny. I love those movies. They're good.
No, they suck.
I don't care.
Vampires should not be
telling
handsome.
me that once we finish Friday the 13th and Halloween, you're not going to go through the Twilight series with me, Robbie?
Dude.
I'm kidding.
Let's make him.
That's like up there with the Friday remake.
I think he'd rather watch Star Wars than watch that. I think he'd rather sit through Star Wars.
We watched them a while ago. Like I think the one during.
I tried. I showed him the first two, and he's like, I can't do it anymore.
The quarantine days. I'm just like, these movies suck. I'm like, they're so long and they're boring, and it's just two pretty boys, one without a shirt, just running around. And then I'm like, these are vampires. I'm like, they just look like underwear models. And like, I don't understand this.
Fair. I think I just like Alice.
Oh,
maybe that's why I like the Twilight.
Have you ever seen Burying the Ex with her in it?
I have not.
It's a cute horror comedy,
her, but I haven't seen that one.
It has the main girl from Texas Chainsaw 3D, Alexandria Daddario, and then the guy Anton Yelchin, who actually unfortunately passed away. He was really young.
Yeah.
But it's a really fun. It takes place on Halloween. I'll send you the trailer. It's really cute.
Okay.
But it has Alice in there. You should watch it.
Yeah, she's actually going to be at the horror convention coming up in July.
Yay!
So I'm hoping to get to meet her. But yeah,
that's awesome. I'm so excited for you.
You got to get some business cards, man, and whore yourself out. That's what I do at those conventions. I'm like, check me.
That's what I need to do with the business card. That's going to make all the difference.
It might.
Remember that.
It
might honestly. It might really help. That's actually a good point. And since you mentioned that to me once before, I thought about it just because you seem so cool the way you're out there like passing out your business cards. I'm like, shit, I want to be Robbie. I want to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be me.
I can see that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's not that cool. It just looks it on YouTube.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. This time I got us off track. Damn, you're rubbing off on me, Robbie. See what you've done? Now I can't even stay focused.
Yeah. It's like backstage before the show. You just kept rambling. I was like, let's get on with the show, Sean. Like, come on.
Yes,
yeah,
Rob.
Right.
That was Sean.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, sure. All right, then. You don't know that I was secretly recording that, so I have evidence that wasn't.
Yeah.
That's his Patreon page, behind the scenes.
All right, we'll get back to the movie. So this next set of scenes that I want to talk about, this is the part of the movie, and again, it's funny, it's silly. This is the part that I could do without because for me, it's a little bit too much, but I know so many people love it. The corporate paintball game.
There's no point.
Rob asked me that last night. Yeah, he was like, "Why is this in the movie?"
The only point to that is just to up the body count. Really,
yeah.
I don't know what the point. Well, it comes into play later because the sheriff finds their body parts and he's like, "Happy rat, their taint." But I noticed the two guys look suspiciously like similar too.
They're like twins.
They look like they look related. It's like weird. And then she's a damn company executive, and this is like damn company game.
The music in the scene reminds me of when the cops walk around in Halloween 5. Like they make the music purposely silly, like, but it works better in this movie for sure.
But
probably better, but it's still my least favorite part of this movie.
But then we get
this is more comedy, right? This is meta. This is more comedy. They're throwing shit in there. That's all fine. I just didn't need this. This was a little bit too much for me. Doesn't take away from my overall enjoyment of the film, but I could have done without this.
It's like a 2-minute scene, but
I understand it. It is like it does. It's not the camp, and it's not Tommy, and it's not the cop station. So it's like these random people. So I get what you're saying. It kind of takes you out of the story.
No, it's probably next to the camp, I would think.
No, I mean it's not like focused on the kids and the counselors.
Going on, and I think what does it like pushes it over the top for me is those first two guys that are kind of assholes, and the woman's there and she gets them, and they all get killed. That's fine. If we could have just left it right there, that's fine. But then we get the extra dorky guy that comes up there and and starts running away like a moron. I'm just like this guy. I don't know what I'm watching right now anymore. Now I needed to get back to something else. So
they had to put the dead headbands on too. So, but then they run into Jason, and
that was pretty.
I think the paintball when the guy thought a paintball would stop Jason.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing. It's the sixth film in. Jason has a reputation by now. the fans know what to expect. So I think it kind of works. I mean, it kind of works like, oh, you think
I think it, like you said, it's more meta or whatever. So it's just be like, silly, but not too silly kind of thing. So I guess it does fit into that category.
Yeah, I think that's
like the dead headbands. It's almost like the viewers like, we know they're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's like so.
Yeah, that's fair. Sheriff tries to escort Tommy out of town.
I'm surprised Jason saw them though, because they were dressed in camouflage.
It's a good point. Right?
Yeah.
He sees good for a dead guy.
Yeah.
He's trying to get Tommy out of town. Tommy ends up taking off to the cemetery, but we find that the grave is covered up there. The caretaker, we meet him. He's a funny guy. So then the sheriff ends up taking Tommy out of town.
Does he think I'm a fart head?
I know. Yeah. That guy cracks me up. He's pretty funny. He's like this part. He's like Crazy Ralph in a way from the first couple of films.
Right.
Yeah, but he's good. I like him. He's fun.
I don't know. I like the atmosphere. Him just walking with the whiskey and being like, "You just left me astray." Oh, Kathleen. I just love it. Just shows like the night of like what a night would be like in the backwoods of Crystal Lake. It's
the atmosphere is like spot on this entire film.
Yeah. And then of course the caretaker gets killed. He throws his bottle and Jason catches it and ends up finishing him off with it.
That was kind of creative though. He's like, he breaks the bottle first. He's like, Tsh.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. That's a good thing there. There's another couple nearby that Jason ends up, taking out. We get some shots at the camp.
I can't believe you thought I brought you out here to just.
I know that guy's so stupid.
He's I don't know what you thought I was thinking.
Yeah, he's interesting.
I know what he was thinking.
Yes. And then we get to Court and Nikki. Nikki, my favorite in this movie. I love Nikki with the camper scene. But those are a couple of great kills as well. The way Jason shoves her face through the wall.
Would you go camping with Nikki in an RV? Just you guys?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. See, you're not going to get that. She's okay. She's all right. That one from me on this one. We're Team Nikki around here.
I don't know. She wanted it to last the whole song, though. It's kind of tricky.
I knew you were going to fucking say that. I knew you were going to bring that up. All right. Which
sometimes you just come fast. It's not my fault.
Oh man.
I got shit to do.
You're busy like Court.
I am.
Got it. Yeah, he ended up disappointing her. After Jason kills Nikki, he also kills Court. The camper crashes. Give me your guys' thoughts on these two kills.
That scene is so cool.
I love the visual.
I love the high speed driving. Yeah, the
visual of the face print, and of course, he stabs Court in the head
I love how it goes with the music too. It's like Stein. Like as soon as he it's so cool. Yeah.
Oh, he puts it on. He's like, "Let's rock." He's like, "We out of here."
He's like, "What are you back there taking a dump?" Like he doesn't even realize what's going on. I'm like, I don't think someone would be screaming like that unless they needed your help. But okay.
And that visual too. After the camper flips, Jason's just standing on top
of it. On the camper.
That visual is awesome, dude. Like I think that's been used as artwork for stuff.
Yeah,
because I've seen that on DVDs and shirts before. Like Jason's just standing there, and I think the camper's on fire, and it's on its side.
It's a cool it's such a cool action sequence. Yeah, it's like an action movie, like a high speed chase kind of thing.
Absolutely, dude. I'm telling you this, and we're not even that far into the movie, and a lot of cool stuff's happened already. So
yeah, it's very cool. And you were talking about him not realizing those kind of noises going on. I don't know what he really thought she was doing, but the way she's screaming and all back there, I agree. I don't think anybody's going to be making. That's the way I sounded when I passed that last kidney stone.
I was thinking, maybe for something like that. But you need to check on somebody though.
No, he thought she was double clicking her mouse in the bathroom.
No, he said, "Are you taking a dump?"
He did say that. Yes.
No, he's like, "You need a little help back there." I thought
he did do that as well. Yeah, he turned it in that direction also.
I thought he thought she was getting freaky by herself.
I guess he was doing process of elimination. I have no idea.
He didn't finish the job. He didn't finish the job,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
This is true. Yeah. He was funny as well, though. All right. So the deputies start finding these bodies. Tommy ends up, let's see. I'm trying to think here. So Tommy's at the station. I guess Megan ends up coming to get Tommy. He's able to get away. We have that going on. Jason finally kills a couple of the counselors, Sissy and Paula. The only thing I didn't like here, because I really feel like we've gotten some good kills so far through this film, I hated the fact that both of these were off screen.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, I wish we would have got to see something more there. Although we do see the aftermath lady in that later, and that's an incredibly bloody cabin. Like I don't know what he did to that one girl, but there is blood everywhere in that cabin.
Which ones were off screen? Is that where he threw through the window?
The two girls.
He threw through the window though, and he grabbed her back, right?
Yeah. It's just there's a lot of blood. Like I wish we could have seen a little bit more there. Typically, I don't like off-screen kills. You can have a couple, so it's fine. And we've got.
It's cool for variety, though. It's so we don't because even like if we see everything all the time, sometimes we want it. You know what I mean? Like overtone, we want to hear it too.
Yeah,
it's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Hey, Sean, are you going to do an overtone episode? Undertone.
I am going to do an undertone episode.
What I call overtone.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Nice. Stay tuned, people.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We get the chase scene that you were talking about earlier, Kaylie, with Megan and Tommy trying to get away from the police. And of course, Robbie, we know what you noticed in that scene. You pointed that out to us as well.
The crotch cam.
Yes, I was waiting on.
No,
there you go.
No, but dude, this is before cell phones.
He asked me. He's like,
I was like, back then they had to have like a full camera and she had to be like grinding on that shit. Like, no, dude, this is the day of like shoulder cameras, dude. Like, I'm telling you, like for them to pull that off, I don't know. She had to be straddled in that thing.
she may have.
Is that wait? That wasn't even in your notes.
I did not mention that in my notes. No,
Sean, you're supposed to be a reviewer, man. Come on.
Well, I mean, I thought I was. I was just skipping over a couple of things because I knew that you would bring those up. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to let you down, but it also lends to part of the comedy of this movie when she's like, "Keep your head down." And
it's funny because
he's like, "Whatever you say."
They make her. Yeah, they make her like the aggressor. So it's just so funny because she's got such a fun, bubbly personality. I love her in this movie, and I just love how he's just like, okay, you know.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine with it. He's okay.
That's how Kaylie is with me. She's always the aggressor.
Yeah, I really don't believe that, Robbie.
Yeah.
She wants this.
I'm sure. We're gonna move on. The sheriff now he comes to the realization that because Tommy was with Megan, he could not be the one doing these killings, but he still locks him up again.
He also saw his face like in his daughter's crotch because he lifted his head up. He's like,
I know.
I'm gonna do it.
No, don't do that. Don't. It won't fit. Your head's not gonna fit under the table.
Do we need to pause, Robbie, or is everything okay?
No, I was just reenacting it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You do impressions a lot, so I was not expecting that one.
It was that horror couple crotch cam.
Okay, I mentioned this earlier.
Wasn't she when she was driving though? Wasn't she be like? She's like, "That's what I want." Yeah, well, she said stuff like that, and I was like, maybe she was talking about the directions, but she's like,
I think she was talking about the directions. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it could be innuendos too. I think that was part of the horror comedy of this whole thing because he's like down there, like looking at her badge. China.
He's just looking at her jeans, man. She had jeans.
Yeah.
On. He's just looking at her clothes.
Yes.
Robbie's like, sure, that's what's happening.
I didn't know I was so into fashion. That's crazy.
Megan ends up breaking Tommy out of jail. Another fun scene there because they get the goofy deputy's gun and mess with him a little bit, and then they take off to the camp. We get a scene here where Jason kind of scares some of the kids, which is different, right? Because normally in the Friday the 13th movies, we never see the kids show up. Like Jason's always doing stuff to the counselors before the kids are ever there. So I kind of thought it was cool that the kids were there. At the same time, we don't see Jason kill any of them. They just get scared by Jason. But there's even some comedy there with like listening to the kids. And there's the two boys that are hiding under the bed that are talking about everything that's going on. So there's some funny moments here as well. And I thought it was cool that we actually got to see kids at the camp instead of just the counselors.
Yeah, one of the boys had a Masters of the Universe shirt. And I remember watching He-Man. Whoa, Bella, she agrees.
She like Friday 6, yeah.
No, but it's definitely mid 80s because I remember watching He-Man when I was a kid. So I was like, that's pretty cool to see.
I thought the kids were funny too, like the two boys especially. He's like, we're not gonna grow up, we're dead meat or whatever. I thought they were actually really funny. I was like, they were good, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I guess this was Bella's favorite scene. She woke up for that part.
Yeah.
Jason ends up killing a lot of the deputies there at the camp as the police are arriving. So, we're getting some more decent kills there. Tommy and Megan show up. Megan's looking for her dad. Tommy's getting ready to set his trap. He's getting chains and this rock and headed out towards this boat. And then we get the scene where Jason kills the sheriff, just like bends him in half the wrong direction.
That's an awesome scene.
It is a great scene. And I kind of hate it because we were talking about how even though the sheriff is not cool, he's also so funny. I kind of hated that he got killed in a way.
Me
but
too.
That is a great scene.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I love you just hear the cracking. It just sounds it's so cool. I never saw Jason do anything like that up until this point. Like
Up until like Freddy versus Jason when he pulled the guy in the
mattress.
bed. Yeah.
Well, I don't up at like one.
Well, you're right though.
1 through 5. I don't think he
Mhm.
literally bent people in half. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but I don't ever see anything like that. So
I don't either. Yeah, it's a great kill. It's kind of painful. Actually, you watch it, you're like, damn, that would hurt so bad.
he also seems bulletproof in this movie because the cops are shooting him a lot, and he's just like,
Yeah, I know.
He's
That
like
scene
the-
cracks me up as well.
he's like the
because there's one
Terminator, man.
scene where they shoot him and he's laying on the ground, and then they shoot him like 2 or 3 times, and he basically just keeps rolling over.
Yeah.
He sits up and they shoot him and he rolls, and he sits up and they shoot him and he rolls some more. I'm just like, damn, he can't even get all the way up right now. They just keep shooting him. But
Yeah.
it's a great scene, and it is also funny to me as well.
and at the time, I don't think we saw Jason take so much like we never saw him get shot that much.
Mhm.
If
Right.
he got shot at all, it wasn't like
They were trying to like tell you he's supernatural now. We just want to let you know that. They're like
Yeah.
making sure the audience knows that.
because if you think about what stopped him in the past, it was like a machete attack or like
Right.
an axe to the head. He's
Yeah.
taking like rounds and he keeps coming in this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's definitely a whole new Jason here, but it works. It's a lot of fun, I think. Jason ends up attacking Megan, but Tommy's able to lure him to the boat. And then we kind of get a brief battle there in the water on the boat of Tommy versus Jason. Tommy's got the gasoline that he dumps out there and sets.
what was the point of that? By the way, why do you start a fire around the boat? What was the point
That's a
of that?
great question.
It looks cool, but he had like an idea, and he's like, I don't know where Jason is. Let me start a fire around myself. I'm like, what's that? Maybe it'll help Jason find him. I don't know what he was thinking, but
I don't know either. Now, Tommy seems to have a lot of gasoline in this movie. Like he brought gasoline in the beginning to the graveyard because he was going to get the gasoline when Jason ends up climbing out of the grave. There just happens to be gasoline on this boat here. Gasoline's a big thing for Tommy. That's one of his favorite weapons, I feel like.
Yeah.
well, it was 1986. Like the gas prices weren't the same as today, so
That's true. Yeah,
He
could afford it.
stocked up. Yeah.
yeah, he would be broke today. He'd be,
Yeah, that's very true. He ends up getting the chain and the boulder kind of like tied around Jason's neck before Jason drags him underwater as well. Megan ends up coming to try to save Tommy. Jason also gets a hold of her, but she's able to start the boat and then kind of use the motor to cut Jason. Megan
she's a badass with that
escape.
propeller too. She's
is.
rough.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was cool.
That was another good scene. I agree. So Tommy and Megan are in escape. Jason's stuck under the water, but then we see his eyes open and the film ends. So
No,
give me your thoughts.
she gave Tommy mouth to mouth to bring him back to life.
She did. Yes,
And
I
with the
did.
kids watching, she let the kids watch. What if she couldn't bring them back? They just watch a dead man die. Like mom, I'm like, you don't tell the kids. I would tell the kids like, yo, guys, get out of here, get out of here. Like she let the kids just watch the show. I'm like,
She did. It was kind of crazy.
those kids are all in therapy today. They all are in therapy.
You're probably right, but I think they might would have been there anyway after Jason came in and scared them all while they were at camp. So
Yeah.
True.
yeah. What are your thoughts on the finale for this?
Oh,
I think it's
perfect.
awesome.
It's
I love how
perfect.
we ended at the lake, like
It's
at
perfect.
the campground. Yeah.
That's exactly what I want. Like Jason is just tied up temporarily, but the eye opens, he's still alive. It cuts into a man behind the mask. That's exactly what I want. It's like it gave us a good film, but like if I'm watching that in '86 in the theaters, I'd be like, dude, there's gonna be another film. There's gonna be another film. Like it just it leaves you like wanting more, but like very satisfied.
Yeah, I agree. And I actually did get to see this one in theaters. I saw this one in the theaters when it first came out.
I thought you saw 5. You saw 5 in this? That's dude.
I actually, so with Friday the 13th, I saw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I saw a lot of these in the theaters. So yeah.
That's so cool.
Was it with family, friends? Who would you go with?
In the beginning, because my dad liked Friday the 13th
Okay.
movies. So in the beginning, because like when the third one came out, I was probably only like 12, something like that years old. So probably saw 3 and probably 4 with my mom and dad, maybe one of my brothers. And then as I started to get older and going with friends, that's probably where I saw, like 5, 6, 7, on up from there.
Well, you were probably like teenage years here, right?
Yeah.
Like so you were like old enough to be like, hell yeah. Like
so this one came out in 1986. I was 14.
Okay, but yeah, that's old enough to be like, this is badass, dude. Like,
Yes.
like you know, like,
Yeah, absolutely loving it. Yeah, I completely agree.
dude. But
Yeah,
like, let me ask, like
Yeah.
back then when you like saw Jason in the theater, was it a big deal? Was it like sold out? Was there like a lot of people like in the theater, like, oh shit, like, what was it like to be like in the theater at that time, like to watch these?
it was a blast, man. I don't remember really being sold out, but I always remember there being a lot of people there. You would get people laughing at times. You would get people cheering on some of the kills. Of course, anytime one of the hot girls are on the screen, you're hearing other stuff as well. But
Like, damn.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
Now, what was
But
the
it
reaction
so much fun.
to the crotch cam? What was the theater reaction?
Yeah, I don't really remember much about that. I don't remember people reacting too much. I mean, again, it's been a long time ago. Maybe I forgot, but
No.
yeah,
I'm
there was
asking.
there was a lot of more theater reaction to part 5 for stuff like that because
Really?
part 5 is almost like a porno.
Okay,
we
yeah.
talked about that. Yeah. So
No,
you
but
were doing that in 5.
I was alive. I was alive, but I was like too little to go to the theater to see that. So,
Yeah.
but I always wondered because as I got older, there was like a Saw film every year, and I was like, is this kind of like what Friday was like in the 80s? I was kind of wondering, like every year we got like a new Saw film for a while. So like every year you got like a new Friday. So like that must have been fun,
It was
man.
so much fun. Yeah, it was a blast. And going to the theater, I mean, it's still fun to watch this stuff at home, but it's just, I don't know. To me, there's nothing like that theater experience. I went like a little bit off topic, but I guess I can't remember if it was earlier this year or last year. Jaws made another round, like for its anniversary.
Oh, I took you
last summer. Yeah.
Last summer. Okay.
Mhm.
I went and saw that at the theater just because, that movie, I think it's like 3 when Jaws came out. So I didn't get to see it in the theater the original time. So I wanted to go see it in the theater so bad. And it was so much fun. And I was shocked at how many people were there. Like there's so many people there, and just seeing Jaws on the big screen and listening to the reaction, that just adds to it. And so I do remember having a lot of fun with these in the theater when I was growing up.
Dude, I noticed we saw Jaws in theater with like surround sound, like only like last year or something like that. Right?
I think it was like Labor Day weekend. They got it to our theater.
I noticed like on their fishing poles, like I heard like the little clicks on the fishing pole, like I couldn't hear like on my TV. I'm like, or like Quint and stuff. He was talking under his breath a lot. Now I was hearing what he was saying. I get stuff I didn't notice before, So I'm like,
very cool.
This theater experience is rad, like So
yeah, that's just, I don't know. Going to the movies is still so much fun, in my opinion. For a little while, I started going to matinees a lot during the day because for some reason I didn't want a lot of people to be there. I just wanted to be able to go enjoy it.
They're also cheaper, right? The tickets
are cheaper. Yeah, it's a little bit cheaper. But I've almost got to where I'm like, no, I kind of want to go opening night because I want the crowd's reaction. I want to see other people react to these things as well. So it's just fun. I think it adds to it.
Also, part of me nowadays is like, well, we have a channel, so I want to see it before I.
We try to go Thursday if we can. We try to go if they have like a 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock. We always try to do the Thursday.
I just hate when I'm looking forward to a film and everybody on YouTube is like, it sucks, and I haven't seen it yet, and I'm like, oh, you kind of ruined it for me. I'm like, God, fuck. But dude, so part of me is like, I really want to see this and make a video. So it's like,
I get it completely.
Like Backrooms, it was a masterpiece.
So back to Friday the 13th. We'll get back on this there. But yes, I also enjoy this finale. I think it's a great way to end it. It's so much fun. We do know Jason is still alive, so we are expecting something else to happen.
You with your baby, and you're parked alone.
Yes, and then we get Alice Cooper. Before we try to rank this one, anything else you want to say about Friday the 13th, Part 6?
I think this one is the best. This one is the most fast-paced, fun, like most normal type movie, like that like the casual horror viewer would enjoy. Right. Like I can see why this one. You mentioned that it was the only one that got really well, like it was done well critically, and I can see that because when I watched it last night, I was like, it didn't miss any beats. Like it was so fast, so entertaining. All the actors were great, and I think. We personally enjoy most of them, but I think as a casual horror viewer, I can see why a casual fan would like this one the most.
Yeah, like if someone didn't like horror like Jason, I'd probably show them something like this rather than the early ones because the early ones
they're a little slower.
I love those, but like I think this is just so fun for anybody. Like we mentioned, it has good action, it has good comedy, it's got the kills that the horror fans like, but it's just fun. And I feel like maybe in the previous movies they had a reputation for being violent movies and gory movies. I feel like here's where Friday the 13th just got fun. I feel like everybody was just like, because at the time we had like Freddy just making people laugh and all that stuff started to happen. And like, this is like mid 80s. So like horror is really hot right now. Right. And people are going to be entertained, to laugh a little bit. And this film just captured all that. It really did. So I think it's very exciting, this film. We watched it last night. I'm like, this is so fast paced. There's not a slow part. I'm like, it's really good.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with pretty much everything you were saying. In fact, and one of the things too about this one is I feel like this one is not just was it popular with critics, but there's so many people out there that I still hear talk about this one. And there's some people that don't like the first one, or there's people that don't like the fifth one. A lot of people don't like the fifth one. There's people that complain about Jason Takes Manhattan and Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. But I feel like so many people love this one. This one's pretty popular amongst this franchise, I feel like.
I go to horror conventions and I see kids, like really young kids, in line for CJ. Like people, like we've seen the young guys, 13, 14-year-old guys. They're of this generation are in line for CJ. They love CJ. Like they love part 6. We've seen it. We've seen those videos. Like they're like, CJ, man. Yeah. Like I got my photo up with CJ. I'm like, these kids weren't even they're little. They weren't even alive. And like,
right.
But like, yes. So this movie rocks, dude. I mean, I just think it's so likable. And CJ's still crushing it at the convention. How many years later? Like 40 years later.
Yeah.
It's like
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rank Friday the 13th Part 6?
Okay, let me see here.
This is tough, I know.
This one's tough. You know what?
8.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 8.5 out of 10.
I gave the first one's a 10. Second, third, fourth. You know what? Whatever. I like this just as much as those. I really do. But
it's pretty good.
I really do. I like it just as much as those. I feel like the first 4 I always go back to because the storyline's so consistent and watchable. But I feel like this movie was just like, fuck the storyline. I don't care. Like you know what? Fuck it. He's Frankenstein. They didn't care. Yeah. They threw the rule book out the window. I felt like part 5 was trying to make excuses for where Jason is and where his body is and if he's cremated. Right. They were trying to explain everything. This one literally said, let's just have fun, guys. Fuck it. And I feel like it shows. So I say 8.5 at least. And that's fair. Maybe
such a good installment.
Does it deserve a 9?
I was thinking that too. I was like, should we bump it up? You know what? I'll say 9 out of 10. I'm gonna say because I loved this movie last night. I would. This is like a very rewatchable installment.
I want to say something. What would you give? What would you give 7 then?
Probably. I love 7, 9.5. Probably.
But this might. This is.
But I have to rewatch it.
This movie's excellent, but 7 kicks ass. So it's like.
I'm going to give this one a 9. Yeah, I still think it deserves a 9. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say.
You got Robbie stumped.
This was tough. I agree.
We're talking about half of a point here. I'm thinking
it's a big deal when you start putting this many movies together because
I want them to. I want my ratings to make sense though per film. So I'm thinking about what am I going to rate 7 though. I'm going to say 8.5.
Okay, I'm very close. So I said an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10. So very close to where y'all were. I think the only reason I couldn't go any higher, the paintball thing drives me insane. Every time I watch this, the paintball scene annoys me. And I felt like other than I'm trying to decide how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know. The kills were good. The fact that those 2 counselors got killed off screen, and I understand what you're saying, Robbie. We need it to be mixed up, but I just would like to have seen what happened to them. I would like for a little bit more.
The crotch scene didn't make up for it?
It did not. Nikki almost made up for it. Nikki almost made it.
She was in the RV like riding cowboy.
Yeah.
She was. But yeah, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. And I think another reason that I can't go any higher, and it's tough. This was very tough because I do like the first 4 films better. They've got more of the I don't know. They're scarier. They're just a little bit darker. They've got that vibe, right? And so
they're more
a little bit better.
More serious. They're more serious.
They're more serious.
Yeah. They're just more
I don't
horror.
mind the comedy in this one. This is funny, but those are more horror, and I like that just a little bit better. And I think I gave all of those first four some pretty decent ratings, but I just can't quite put this one up with those either. So I'll say 8 out of 10. But yeah, 8.5 is fair. 9 is fair. This is it's.
I got a
really
question
good
though.
time. It's so much fun.
Would you consider this film scary? I don't think it's scary. I gave it an 8.5 out of being entertaining, being just fun, being a good Jason film. But I don't think I was scared. Like the first four are kind of eerie. They really
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is scary either. The elements are there. The setting is there for it to be. But by now we know Jason. Like we know what we're going to get from Jason. And so now it's just, in my opinion, the Friday the 13th movies aren't scary anymore because we know Jason. We know what we're going to get now. That's a good point. It's not scary, but it's still very entertaining.
That's a good point. And I feel like this film was self-aware of what it was. I feel like they were just like, that's why they were like, let's have fun. They had that attitude because they were it's the sixth film. And then we're like, we already know about Jason.
Yeah.
Let's not try to make it make sense. Let's just try to have fun. Yeah. Right. So I agree.
Yeah. Very good. All right. I am definitely looking forward to talking about part 7. I enjoy part 7, but I'm
not doing the remake.
We'll get there, Robbie.
I hate that movie. That movie.
Let's focus on part 7.
There's several to get through first. We've got to do part 7. We've got to go to Manhattan. We've got to go to
space.
The thing is,
space. We got to go to hell. Like, there's a lot going on.
There is a lot of people have a problem with Jason Takes Manhattan, but I'm originally from New York, so that has that holds a place in my heart. Jason's in my neck of the woods, and I'm like, I like it. I like it for that reason. But like, if Jason took Oklahoma, you'd be down. You'd be like, yeah,
he'd be bored as shit. I'd feel bad for him.
Yeah, but that would just make him mad. He'd be like, I hate this place.
Yeah, he'd be having to step over cow shit and all that kind of stuff all the time.
He'd be fighting the tornadoes. Yeah.
Yes, tornadoes. Jason might struggle against a tornado.
Yeah.
He'd be flying through the air. Yeah,
wasn't that in Rob Zombie's 2? There was like a big cow for no reason.
Oh yeah,
Halloween 2.
Cow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Are there cows just blocking the road where you're from?
Sometimes.
That's crazy, man.
Not here in like the city, but once you get between cities and you're driving down it's not shocking.
It's like I'm sure it's like Georgia, yeah.
Georgia, there was a horse just walking down the road.
That was in the backwoods,
like a residential road. There's a horse by himself. I'm like, what the?
Man, I will tell you, and it may be the same way in Georgia. I don't know, but it blows my mind that people in Oklahoma have fucking pigs for pets. I'm not talking about they live on a farm. I mean, they live in like a rural area and they got pigs in their backyard. I'm like, what the hell kind of state am I in right now?
They do that in Georgia too.
So what
it's insane to me.
Do you take the pig to the vet if it's sick or something?
I don't know what you do with it. I don't want a pig. I don't want the damn thing. So
wasn't there was that movie Babe?
Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't care about pigs unless it's going to be like bacon. If you're going to bring me some bacon, then I'll care about the pig. But prior to, I don't care.
Bacon's good. I wanted to make bacon and eggs this morning, and Kaylee's like, I don't like bacon. I'm like, how do you not like bacon?
Wow, you don't like bacon, Kaylee?
I like it, but it's not like I'm not a big pork person. I'm not really big on pork. Yeah, I like beef. Yeah, or chicken.
I like to pork.
I knew we were going somewhere. I'm waiting. I'm like, where's the comment? Is it going to be about the pork? Is it going to be her saying she likes beef? He's going to take one of these. Which one's he going to jump on?
Yeah.
She set me up.
I did. I should have known. Yeah.
I had to do it.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm going to get you guys back next to continue to go through Halloween so we can talk about Resurrection.
What are we doing next? Resurrection? Or are we doing part 7?
Halloween Resurrection will be next. And then we'll flip, but we just keep going back and forth. We do a Halloween and then we do a Friday the 13th. So we're just going back and forth that way. So Resurrection will be next. And then we'll pop over to Friday the 13th 7.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love that one.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And as much as you're dreading that Friday remake coming down the road, I am dreading Rob Zombie's Halloween coming down the road.
I don't hate Rob Zombie's Halloween.
We're gonna have interesting, differing opinions on that. I believe.
I don't hate Rob Zombie. I don't hate it.
We love those.
I like it.
It'll be interesting to hear each other's thoughts on that.
Yeah, dude.
Remember how upset with me you got about Halloween 3? Yeah, get ready.
Dude.
We'll try to prepare him.
No, it was Halloween 3. I thought you were harsh on Halloween 6, and I thought you were really harsh on Backrooms.
Yeah, I don't like mid.
Dude, it's not mid. You're just a hater.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Before we get out of here, take a minute to promote your channel. Talk about anything you may have coming up.
We got Horror Cup on YouTube. We have reviews for Hokum, Undertone, and Send Help on the way. We also have a members page. We mostly put our reviews on there first. So if you want early access, definitely join our membership.
That's
it's
right.
like I believe it's like $2.99, $3.99 a month.
For less than $1 a week, you can help a starving YouTube channel. In the arms of an angel.
Okay. This is not the dog commercial.
It's really not.
So if you're interested in checking out those reviews, definitely subscribe, hit the bell, join our membership, and we'll definitely be covering the new Evil Dead coming up. That's probably our next theater movie. So we're looking forward to that. So yeah, and we're on all social media, so follow us on there.
Does Dead City come out soon?
We're probably going to be doing Walking Dead, Dead City. We covered the spinoff, so we'll talk about it and see.
We got it because nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, nobody talks about those, and we're fans of The Walking Dead still.
Yeah,
so.
I am too. And a while back, I had started to go through The Walking Dead. I got through like 2 seasons, and then I just got
That's
so
right.
busy with other
Yeah.
stuff. I keep thinking I need to go back and pick it back up at some point.
You
just haven't had time
should.
yet. But
Yeah, we love
because
that stuff.
I love The Walking Dead, so I'm right there.
I feel like the
Us
popularity dipped a little bit, but no, not a little bit. It dipped a lot, but I feel like the quality is better than ever.
The spinoffs have like movie quality filmmaking.
The quality is like the best it's ever been, and I'm like, and I don't hear anybody talking about it. I'm sure I can go on YouTube and find somebody, but it's rare.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
So I think we might take a crack at Dead City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So please check us out. Check us out.
Yeah, go check out that Horror Couple. Become a member. Check out their merch store. Some badass shirts, coffee mugs, that kind of stuff. So,
my boy Swift got some stuff.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Swift.
He got the yellow shirt, man. That's rare. That's a rare purchase.
Fire is what you said. He said it was fire.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was fire. Swift is fire. Check out Horror 365.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let me see. What do I have coming up? Next week, I have episodes coming on Undertone. Isaiah from The Bitter Wolf will finally be back. We're going to be talking about
I love that wolf. I love that wolf, man.
Texas Chainsaw, The Next Generation. He and I are going to be talking about that next week. And then Brendan from Our Life in Horror. He and I are talking about Army of Darkness next week. So fun stuff coming. Be sure and subscribe so you don't miss anything. I do have another live coming up in the next few weeks with Mike from Mike and Serial, as well as Isaiah from The Bitter Wolf. They're coming on, and we're talking about the Terrifier franchise. A lot of fun stuff coming. So
wait, these are lives, so we'll be in the chat room.
The Terrifier, that one will be live. The Terrifier thing will be live. Yeah,
I'll every time you're live, I try to bother you with comments and stuff.
I see you over there. I'm gonna have to talk to Ryan, my moderator, and
you can get me thrown out. You're gonna throw that.
I'm like, keep an eye out for this Robby dude, please.
Dude.
If that Horror Couple pops up, that's Kaylie. That's fine. But watch for Robby.
No, dude, I'm like this. I'm like, yo, say this just to mess with Sean. Just say this, and she's like, I'm not saying that. So I get on my account, and I gotta like.
It's exactly what happens.
Yeah. So
I
thought it was funny. I was trying to humor you.
It was funny. Yeah, you just caused me to sometimes shake my head, and I'm sure the other people on the lives are like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" I'm like, don't worry about it.
Dude, they have no idea. You tell me something personal, and I'm like, yeah, that movie's like, it's like the time this happened, and you're
yes.
I see you. You're just like,
yeah, it happens a lot, people. So if for nothing else, go watch my lives just so you can watch Robby try to piss me off. You can do that there as well.
It's gonna be quite a show. Check that stuff out.
Yeah,
absolutely. And yes, I am on every form of social media as well. So just to look for Sean's Horror Corner, you can find any of it. So, Robby and Kaylie, thank you so much for coming on again. This has been a blast as always. Can't wait to have you back. Everyone, thank you for watching. I will see you soon.
Peace.